Have you ever wondered how to get pals to do work through walls? Well, this video is for you. Just kidding, we're not actually talking about that. We're actually here to talk about how you can fit all your things in one base, minus your mining that you have to do. That way you don't need to have one for production, one for farming, and one for breeding. You absolutely could have one for each of those, but this way it just gives you more usable space in your base. This way you can have them all under one roof. Well, sort of one roof. More like 2 or 3, depending on how you want to do it. You see, the trick is, you have to build your base in the air. So in this video, I'm going to show you the basic principles of building your base in the air, and then you can design it however you like, but this is going to be the basic principles of getting your structure set up. The first thing we're going to do is lay down stone foundation. We want to get as many down as we can, as it'll help later on. So we're starting with taking everything out of our boxes and destroying the boxes. That way we can lay our foundations down properly. Yeah, what I did was I got these containers from Palworld Express and I laid my foundation down, put them on top, as they have a massive inventory that they can hold. So I took everything out of my boxes and I put them all in here. So I wasn't sure what happened when you destroyed a pen that had animals already in it. So we went ahead and destroyed it, and what we found out was that they just go and do their own thing. Now for the stone, we're using stone foundation, but for any foundation, you can pick what height you want it to be at. But usually it'll sit like this, but if you just kind of move it away from you, it'll actually sink it into the ground. And then once the rest of them are sunk in, it will just automatically snap in place. So being that my base is always attacked from that side, you can see my other base video on why this is a pretty decent base. So being that it's always attacked from that side, I'm gonna put my entrance up here. So I'm gonna build it like that. And I'm gonna bring in some stone stairs. We're just gonna use all stone. Now we're gonna move to a stone roof. Now the reason you gotta do the base first is because once you start building, you can build as far as you want this way, as long as you have stone underneath it, because that's your starting point. So we're not going to have anything over here that's down low. That's all going to be just open area. So when people come in from this direction, they can't go and destroy this structure that's actually holding it up. But if you didn't, you'd only have 2 spaces from where you were. So if I were to build, if this was my last block, I would be able to build up to here before I couldn't build any farther. Now the reason I'm building it the first level too high is because of stuff like this. You got the big ones that, it's basically 2 levels tall as it is, and they get stuck everywhere. So if it was only 1 level tall, as Roby, among others, would have a really hard time moving around the base. Okay, so when you're building, wherever your bottom support is, you can go 2 past it. So you can see if I try to build a stone roof, right here, not enough support. But if I were going to disassembly mode, take out this piece, that one would fall too. And then I can't build it back up, not enough support. So if I build down here, I just need to get it, or so I'm looking at the roof, I need the foundation. Clip that in place, come to the stone roof, and I can build it again. For my old base that I'm disassembling, I have 2 crossbows up here. I have 1 set of stairs, and I have 1 pillar remaining. So we're going to find out if stairs, it should, will allow all that to stay up. Now it does. And the reason I said it should is because all this is being held up by stone stairs and 1 wall piece. But if we take this out, everything just turns into stone where it can be collected and you don't actually lose anything. Now because I'm in build mode, I can't pick anything up, but if I went out of build mode, I would start immediately picking everything up again. Because I already had all this in my stack, I'm not going to just auto pick it up. So I'm going to finish dropping these little bits of stone and of course ammo. and the assault rifle ammo. And now it's all going to sit there, and all of these guys, not Polaris, because who knows what's up with him, but they're all going to go and carry all of this back down to base. Another trick is if you want to use a stone triangle wall to fill in the gaps on a set of stairs, it won't actually let you do it, but if you go and disassemble the stairs and then put the triangle walls up, it will let you. So anytime you're doing, oh, what's going on here? Oh, it's backwards, right? Anytime you're doing stairs and you want to fill it in, make sure you do the stairs last. And really that's for anything you're doing, do the stairs last, because it'll snap better into place that way. So if you're building your base and you want to build it bigger, but you don't want base, because yeah, structures outside of base area will deteriorate. Some may dismantle some structures and pals will not work in or on them. So if you want to make your base bigger than this circle, you can just turn off degradation in the settings and none of your base will deteriorate, but you're not going to have any access to pals or any of your stuff. Everything that's in your crate, you're not going to have access to. So you can see, right, like I got 999 out of 3, and that number's not going down because I have over that many. But if I were to come out here, I have 0 out of 3. So you have to be inside of your base, so it does make it hard. 1, 2, 3 levels, and you can see there's not much for pillars holding it up. The reason for that, like we talked about, is I originally placed my foundation so that anything on top, it can go out as far as 2 spaces past your final, like, lower foundation block. We didn't do foundations over here, so after here we could only go 2 spots. Here we could go 3 because we had this spot here, so we could go 2 out. So the way I got my base set up, as you can see, I don't have many supports. I threw a couple extra just because I thought, why not? So I got my 3 boxes here. I do plan on moving them at some point. I got one here, so when I spawn in, I can just go right to it and put everything else that I brought into it if I'm over encumbered. Then I got one set of stairs here and one set of stairs there. Now this one I did with two wide, so that some of the bigger ones, if they felt like it, could get up. And what you want to do is, if you have your stone roof here, you need at least 2 spots. So for here, I went with 3, just because the bigger ones, they can't get up if it's smaller. So you can see here, I got 2. And I'm not sure if the bigger ones can actually fit up it, but I have the other one for them to get up. So on the first level here, I got 2 farms with a couple incubators on each side. I got a bunch of cooking pots, 2 breeding farms, the pen, as I call it, but the ranch. And then I have a bunch of farming stuff here, which I might end up moving. Got a bunch of beds over here with a couple big beds. And my bed. So now that it's brighter again, I can show you the top level, which is where I have a bunch of production stuff. So I got my pal sphere, assembly line here, my condenser, a box here so I can put anything that I make from here into it. Got, crusher, the mill, repair bench, got all this stuff up here. Then over here I got the 2 hot springs and bell, that stuff. So it works out pretty good. You have a lot of room for everything. Like I could put a couple more breeding pens in there, I could put more farming, I could put really whatever I wanted because I have so much room. And the bottom level, as you can see, is empty, minus my couple containers and my pal box. So this works pretty good. Obviously, you can design it a little bit better with some walls, some castles, some turrets, whatever. But the big takeaway that I got from making this is the too high didn't seem to be enough. And I'm not sure why these bees are following me. Are you eating berries off of my person? I mean, I do have berries on me. Okay then. Is the food box right above it and they're eating through the food box? Is that what's going on? Yeah, 'cause it's not coming out of my pocket. And I doubt there's any food in here for them to eat. So yeah, it's probably just eating the stuff from right up top. But as I was saying, some of the bigger ones, they can't seem to get around very well. Like that Broncherry will not come up the stairs to start seeding these. And Cryolinks here won't come up the stairs, so I have to carry him. I had an alpha one of these guys, and he wouldn't come up the stairs either, and a Liline. So I'm thinking you want to do 3 tall. Because, like, for instance, if I take Jorgenminder here, he's basically as tall. So unless they fix the pathing, I don't think 2 is enough. I think you're going to need to go 3 high when you build yours. But besides that, like I said, the principal, you get lots of room. You get everything you need, really. Oh, look, he came up the stairs, went back down. He's like, nah, I'm good. So yeah, overall, I would take this base over anything else. Then you're just going to need your mining base. So when you come in from your mining base, you can put your stuff right in there. But like you see, Elsby or Elizabeth is planting from down here. And Broncherry's planting too, so it's not that big a deal. And you can see Broncherry was eating. So if you just put your farming on the bottom level, then you're really golden. Yeah, Elsby's over here, or Elizabeth's over here harvesting. You know, they got that Bluetooth harvesting and planting going on. It's pretty cool, just like you saw in the beginning with Mr. Where did he go? Yorkenminder? Yeah, he was over there. Okay, cool. Yeah, you also get eggs. Free eggs here. So anyways, that being said, I hope this helped. Hope you learned something new. And if it did, hitting that like and subscribe button would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching.